Hello everybody. This week I thought I'd show you a game by Cinematronics. This is Rip-Off and it came out in 1980. It's a shooter type game and it's one that utilized a black and white vector display. For those of you that aren't familiar with that, you basically had two different types of displays at the time. You had raster, which was probably the more common one and found in your Pac-Mans and your Galagas. And then you had vector displays like well, the best example would probably be asteroids. And you get your image by plotting points on the screen and drawing lines between them. So your game is kind of limited to line graphics, but with that you're able to get a very high resolution, very crisp looking game. And I don't know if it's going to come through on this camera, but I'm hoping it does. Alright, go down to control panel. And it's set up for a two-person game. You can play co-op on this, so they're side by side. Over here on the right is your player one, which kind of seems backwards to me, but they put it on the right. You have your rotate left, rotate right, your forward and your fire. It's kind of set up like asteroids. And your player two on the left side set up the exact same way. Left, right, forward, fire. And of course you have the player one and player two start in the middle there. And so you got your moonscape background around the screen, so that looks pretty cool. And yeah, it's a fun game, especially two-player. And I guess we'll get into that now. In Rip-Off, the goal is to protect those fuel cells, the triangles in the center of the screen, from the space pirates. You'll see my ship come out from the left here. And the enemies, they always come either from the top edge or the bottom edge of the screen. It's kind of randomly decided. And there's two ways I can kill them. I can either shoot them, or I can collide with them. If you collide with them, that's perfectly okay. As long as you have fuel cells in this game, you're playing. So you have an unlimited amount of ships. So do whatever it takes. They have their ships are equipped with short-range lasers. And your ship is equipped with a long-range laser that can shoot across the screen. And basically what they do is they come in, they pick a fuel cell, and they go for it. And if you get too close to them, they'll break away and start coming after you. And then once they get that fuel cell, they'll just make a beeline for the exit. You may wonder why I just don't sit on top of the fuel canisters. And they don't want you to do that, because if you try, your ship, I'll try to show you. Your ship your navigation really starts getting mixed up and starts jumping all around, and you can't get a good shot out that way. So you're forced to race around and try to get them. It's kind of a hard game for one player. It's definitely a better game with two players. And it's just easier too, because when you die here, it takes a while for you to respawn, and during that time the bad guys will come in and start stealing all your fuel cells. And if you have a two-player, that's not as easy to happen. Alright, I guess that's Rip-Off. Kind of a short game that time. Alright, as a little bonus, I thought I'd show you the Vectrix version of Rip-Off also. Basically the same game, just a little less realistic to move around in, and the ships seem to be a little quicker. There's also a few different variations of this game on the cartridge. My favorite being Game 2, where the bullets wrap around the other side of the screen. Anyway, didn't really want to spend too much time on this one, but thought it'd be neat to show this game on the home console. So, I hope you enjoyed Rip-Off.